All right, so close your eyes for a sec. Imagine it. 5 years down the road, you're killing it in your career. What's that even look like for you?
Yeah. Are you leading a team? Building something incredible from scratch?
Mm.
Or maybe like totally switch gears, doing something you haven't even considered yet?
It's wild, right? All the possibilities. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. That personalized career roadmap to get you there.
And honestly, sometimes the most exciting paths are the ones you don't fully map out in advance. Yeah.
Totally. So, where do we even begin with all these possibilities? We dug into some expert advice, found these 5 tips, and that first one about a long-term vision, that really stood out to me.
Absolutely. It's essential. It's
Yeah.
like, even if the path isn't totally clear yet, having that North Star, knowing where you're aiming, it keeps you driven, keeps you moving.
Right. It's like, think about it. If you're heading out on a road trip, you kind of need to know the destination to even start, right? You might take some detours, find some cool stuff along the way.
For sure, for sure. But having that end goal in mind, that's what keeps you on track. But I get it. Thinking long term can be daunting. That's where that second tip comes in, breaking those big, scary goals down into smaller, manageable steps.
Oh, 100%. Have you ever sat down to write out your 5-year plan and just froze up? It's like, where do I even start? So instead of staring at this massive mountain, got to focus on each step, each foothold. Makes the climb way less scary.
Right. You're not alone there.
Yeah.
And having a mentor can be a game changer. It's like having someone who's been there, done that, guiding you along, giving you advice, maybe even a pep talk when you need it.
Mentorship is huge, and it doesn't have to be some super formal, intimidating thing either. Think about people you admire, maybe someone in your field, a professor, even someone a few rungs up the ladder at work.
Absolutely. And speaking of rungs on a ladder,
Hmm.
got to check in on your progress, right? Make sure you're on the right track or if you need to adjust your route a bit.
Course correction is key. Like, imagine you're actually using a map. You got to check in every now and then, make sure you're heading in the right direction.
Exactly. And that might mean being open to trying new things, taking a detour, being a little flexible. I remember this one time I was super excited about a project and it got canceled last minute. Total bummer.
Ugh, the
But
worst.
instead of getting stuck, I used it as a chance to try something new in a different department.
Yeah.
And you know what? It ended up being a turning point in my career.
Whoa, see? Staying flexible, embracing the unexpected. Okay, so listeners, with all this in mind, time to get those career aspirations flowing. What are your big, long-term goals? Don't be afraid to dream big, even if it seems impossible right now.
And remember, this isn't a race, it's a journey. Take it one step at a time, check in on your progress, and don't be scared to adjust your route along the way. You got this.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, one last thing before we go. Remember that image of you 5 years from now, totally rocking your career? Really hold on to that. How does it feel? What do you see? That feeling right there, that's powerful motivation. Let it fuel you on your journey.